Welcome everybody to Outlaw Championship Tournament Day 2. We are joined here at the beginning of the show with Tony Schiavone and new color commentary Aaron Stevens. Vampiro hasn't gone anywhere, just trying some new things out, building some new younger talent. I don't have a use for Aaron Stevens at the moment, so color commentary. This did a good 46 rating, but next, EC3 is sitting by a grave, and on that grave is labeled Enzo Amore. And EC3 says that Enzo was loved by nobody. The little weasel picked fights with everyone around him, and God, I hate his voice. Today, he was put to rest. And boo all you want, because I don't give a damn what you think. I didn't care what the big leagues thought of me, so I certainly don't care what a bunch of virgin marks think of me. Intense words from EC3 standing over a grave of Enzo Amore. Enzo was beaten down by EC3 after the tournament match. And then the night after, Enzo Amore came out and did taunt EC3 a little bit, but we haven't heard from him since. And it seems now that EC3 might have done something. And the next match, it had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Jacob Fatu defeated Juice Robinson in 14 minutes and 13 seconds by pinfall with the best moonsault ever. And again, part of the championship tournament, got a rating of 35. Jacob Fatu got 29, and Juice Robinson had a 35. And then after that, in a suburban match, Adam Page defeated Michael Bennett in 9 minutes and 53 seconds by pinfall with a buckshot lariat. Adam Page got 37. Michael Bennett got a performance of 43. Obviously, did not do so well here. And as a technical match, I definitely messed this one up. But after that, and in a non-tournament match, Brian Bowers defeated Donovan Danhausen in 4 minutes and 14 seconds by pinfall. Trying out some of the local talent. I've heard of Donovan Danhausen, but I haven't really seen anything of him. But these two guys are here and, showing up on this show. And after that is a interview backstage with Kathy Kelly and Leo Rush. And Leo Rush is getting ready for his match against Tessa Blanchard. And Leo Rush says, Kathy, for too long, people like Tessa come into this business and act like they are their fathers. Tully was a great man and a fantastic talent. Tessa and her goons are overprivileged and try to keep the honor of wrestling down. People like me work hard every day to change the business for the better and get rid of privileged bullies like Tessa and FTR. Again, intense words from Leo Rush. Very, very motivated for his match tonight against Tessa Blanchard. Got a rating of 24. In a decent match, Brian Pillman Jr. defeated Nick Gage in 12 minutes and 48 seconds by submission after interference from Danielle Monet, now Brian Pillman's new manager. Got a rating of 29, Nick Gage 27, Brian Pillman 25. Nick Gage still wasn't going well with his heel turn. Might cancel that. Brian Pillman seemed off his game here. And I'm still not going to change his gimmick yet. I'm still debating. In another match, non-tournament match, Social Stars consisting of Eli Izam, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Brad Kevins, both debuted here tonight and defeated the Briscoe brothers in a very short match. Eli with a 17 and Brad with an 18. They had great, the great gimmick and a adequate gimmick of their comedian gimmicks. They really didn't show what their gimmicks were here today, so I won't get into it. We'll kind of see what plays out here with these two guys. And then in the main event, Leo Rush defeated Tessa Blanchard after Tessa Blanchard knocked out the referee, and she thought that she got away with it. She went to hit Leo Rush with a chair. The referee stood up and watched it happen. So that means Leo Rush does advance to the next round of the tournament, and Tessa Blanchard does not. It's got a 37. Not the best show, but I think hopefully this saves us some money. I definitely made some mistakes in the tournament. Like Jacob Fatu was not supposed to win. I have to say that. It's going to put me in a little bit of a tougher position because I did want to kind of push Juice Robinson. But that doesn't matter. What we get is what we get. We're doing things on the fly here at the moment. But very, very soon, I have some big things planned for the after this tournament. Outlaw Wrestling is going to be having a big show every 2 months at the moment. And the first big show is Outlaw Presents Greed. And it's just going to be, we're going to throw everything at you and see how it goes. We haven't been treading too well recently, so we'll see if this kind of elevates the mood a little bit. But anyways, in the opening match, that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Juice Robinson defeated Shane Mercer in 10 minutes and 8 seconds with a pulp friction. Shane Mercer got a 29, while Juice Robinson got a 37. And in the next match, about that good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Donovan Danhausen defeated Dale Patricks in 10 minutes and 3 seconds. Donovan with a 35, Dale Patricks with a 29. And these two have good chemistry together, so I'll have to remember that. And a social media exclusive video, it just shows Eli and Brad Kevins, partying, different like a imagine like an Instagram live stream kind of thing. And in about that had good heat and decent wrestling in a tournament match. Adam Page defeated Brian Pillman Jr. by pinfall with a rite of passage, following an interference from Tessa Blanchard. You've seen members of this new stable here interfere in Adam Page's matches to help him win, and Tessa Blanchard, seems very bitter after her loss. So she came out here and interfered. And getting Adam Page the win here with a 34 performance, while Brian Pillman had a 23. I'm really messing things up. I think I honestly did this before. Danielle Monet is a face, while Brian Pillman is a heel, and they have zero chemistry. So, it was a good thing to have for a while, but that's not gonna work. And about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. The Motor City Machine Guns, defeated the Dogs of War, and it was an elimination match. That doesn't make sense. I don't know why I did that. But that one was horrible. The Motor City Machine Guns are the first ever Outlaw Duos champions, with a ring performance of 43 and 49, and the segment rating got at 40. And obviously the Motor City Machine Guns have a good performance together, and my cat just jumped up on my desk. I'm going to put you down. In the next segment, David Arquette calls out Nick Mondo, and Nick Mondo comes out and he apologizes for his actions. He says it's behind them. They got even. Well, not really, but Nick Gage got all of his anger out on David, I guess, and the two shake hands. So their storyline is ended here, and what's to come of these two men with their new friendship? And Nick Gage stays out there, and I feel like I just said Nick Mondo in the last one. I'll have to play it back. But if I did, apologize. If I didn't, then I just sound crazy. But anyways, Nick Gage loses to Jay Briscoe, actually, in 15 minutes and 26 seconds with a Jay Drilla. Nick Gage had a ring performance of 42, and Jay Briscoe had a performance of 47. And in the main event, in a match that had superb wrestling and good heat, Andrew Everett defeated Rich Swann in 15 minutes and 5 seconds by pinfall by using underhand tactics, as Andrew Everett does. And Andrew Everett wins the Indie King Championship. And the Indie King Championship is a alliance title for our group of indie promotions that I'm starting here. To kind of see, my goal is to kind of have people come in and out and scout talent, and a title is a good way to do that. Obviously, Andrew Everett's going to wins the title initially, but I think I'm going to kind of let other promotions kind of use the title and kind of have that a way for me to get other talent onto the show. So we'll see what happens there. But Andrew Everett is the first ever Indie King Championship. A lot of firsts here today. And Andrew Everett had a performance of 39, while Rich Swan had a performance of 46. So that's our show. 45, that's a really good show, and increased our popularity in 11 regions. The feedback from Greed was extremely positive, and it had 96 fans, and I think, I could be wrong, that was probably one of the highest attendance ratings. This got a 1,882. Let's look, and yeah, we're still really not doing well in money. Yeah, Greed was our highest attendance. So maybe if we keep up shows like Greed, then we can succeed a little bit more. I'm really happy to see that this show did so well, especially because we've been pushing out a lot of events because of the tournament. To have this in the middle of it was kind of my intention. It was kind of my intention to kind of keep some momentum going because we just have a lot of momentum from, these events, and where we have enough people signed that we can kind of experiment like that, and not tire people out, like with Dave putting some like indie talent in that you would never see in the main show, at least as of now, because of how our storylines and our tournament is going. So it's very good to see that. Now I want to show you guys what we have so far. So in our alliance, we have Game Changer Wrestling, Ice Ribbon, Major League Wrestling, and Northern Championship Wrestling. I want to develop farther relationships with these places. I want to be able to have be able to send people on excursions, but I don't have any Japanese places right now. Let me find a smaller Japanese place. Big Japan's small. Would I be able to invite them? That's what I thought. They're already in an alliance. So who is a small Japanese company that's not in an alliance? Maybe DDT? Oh, they're in an alliance too. Let's see here. Maybe Michinoku. I knew how to say that. I just didn't work. They want to be part of our alliance here. So let's view Michinoku Pro. It would be in relationships. Let's negotiate. It's adopt friendly, of course. Let's do trading. Can we do trading? They do not want to do trading, so that does not look good for us. So yeah, they declined it. So we are too small. I guess that's not going to work as of now. But I would like to have something like that because of all the young talent we have. But I guess we're just going to have to keep working on building. Something else I have not looked at in a while is our size. So we need a 17 in the Great Lakes region. We're at 11 right now. So I think that we can get that done very, very soon. It's gonna be good. I didn't even realize, I forgot how small we were. I should say that we are insignificant, and we have not left that yet. But we're getting somewhere. I think we're going in a positive direction. I think we're at a race for our money at the moment. Like I said, there's gonna be big changes here. I now have some of the bigger guys to work with, but then I'm gonna have to kind of shrink it down. Like Andrew Everett, he is if I believe, he is a pretty small contract. 90. If I'm looking at that right, so he's 90. That's pretty good. And I think I might want 90 to be some of the higher ones. So the people that we have that are very high contracts, Ryback, obviously we have not even used Ryback for an obvious reason. Tommy Dreamer and Vampiro are up here too. Tommy Dreamer have not used very often. He's going to be kind of a special attraction, him and Sabu together. Vampiro, I'm going to try to get out of using him as well. It's all these kind of guys up here. Adam Page might be an exception because he's, he is in AEW, a national company at the moment. So to have him would be, kind of a boost. And maybe if I just have very few people like that, Brian Myers, don't even use him. So we'll see. We'll keep him here for now, but as I'm just gonna let these contracts kind of go, so I don't have any negative feelings from these guys. And if they do start to be upset, then I can book them in matches as of now, but only when they get upset because I don't want to ruin the money situation. Cash Wheeler and Dax, a lot of money, 220. I'm using them at the moment, so as of now, they're not. I don't feel like they're not hurting as much. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, they are a very good tag team to be the first tag title holders, but don't expect them to be. They're not the stars of the company. They're not the main attraction of the company. We are going to have to. I'm trying to elevate some of these new tag teams that I'm building, but I'm trying to learn. Of good wrestlers, local wrestlers, and how to book them together and things like that. Because I mean, a lot of these guys that you see kind of out of nowhere, I don't know who they are. I wish I did, but I'm not too knowledgeable of indie wrestling, so this is a big challenge for me. That's why I booked a lot of well-known names because that's what I know. Brian Pillman Jr. I'm very excited. He's very, very cheap, and I think he is a future star. Same with Leo Rush. He's pretty cheap and definitely a future star as well. So people like that, and even Rich Swann. He's up there, but not that bad. Where is Tessa Blanchard though? That's what I want to know. She's not that low, is she? I think I missed her. Tessa Blanchard's here. Like 50 or 60, one of those two. I think 60. So that's not bad at all either. So that's going to be it, though. We are starting to change our schedule after all of these kind of, just a whole bunch of events at once. We are going to be doing every 2 weeks shows now. With our like big event of the month, or every 2 months. So we have Outlaw and then Outlaw end of month. So every second week on Thursday, we will have an Outlaw show, and every fourth week on Thursday, we will have another Outlaw show for the end of the month. So I'm figuring things out and how to kind of work with this, and I'm hoping that this new schedule will help things out as well. I have started merchandise because I think if we can beat it, I'm doing Rapid. I think that's costing us more money. Yeah, it's costing us more money, but I think if we do Rapid, we might be able to beat Bankruptcy, and we might be able to beat Bankruptcy and start making some money off of merchandise, because some of these people that we have for a few months. So if we can get this up in time, we can make some money off of their merchandise before they go. And that's going to help us out a lot, especially if they're not really being booked that often. So that's it for this episode, guys. Next week will be the championship match on the debut of the new layout for the Outlaw shows. But I will see you guys. Don't mind that. I will see you guys next week. See ya.